Insider reports confirm a major hire to fill the most critical vacancy on the coaching staff. The former Minnesota position coach is arriving in Philadelphia to replace a legendary predecessor, a move driven by the new offensive coordinator's vision. This confirmed transition is designed to stabilize the trenches immediately. Stay tuned for the full breakdown of this high-stakes decision. Subscribe and like for more executive updates. I am reporting today with a major development out of the NovaCare complex that fundamentally shifts the structure of the Philadelphia Eagles coaching staff. The front office has moved with decisive speed to address the most critical vacancy on the roster. Following the departure of legendary offensive line coach Jeff Stoutland, a move that sent shockwaves through the base fans, the Eagles have officially hired Chris Cooper as the new offensive line coach. This information comes directly from league sources and has been corroborated by Tom Pelissero of the NFL Network. The organization understood that letting the offensive line coaching position linger was not an option, given the franchise's philosophy of building from the trenches outward. To understand the weight of this hire, you have to understand the context. Replacing Jeff Stoutland is arguably the most difficult task any position coach will face in the NFL this season. Stoutland University was not just a nickname, it was a production line of elite talent. However, the Eagles believe they have found the right successor in Chris Cooper. Cooper arrives in Philadelphia after spending the last 4 seasons with the Minnesota Vikings, where he was instrumental in stabilizing a unit that had struggled for years prior to his arrival. His resume is bolstered by his work in developing elite tackle play, specifically with Christian Harrisaw and Brian O'Neill, proving he can maximize high-end talent, a requirement for working with the Eagles' current roster. Furthermore, this decision was not made in a vacuum. It is heavily influenced by the arrival of the new offensive coordinator, Sean Mannion. Sources inside the building indicate that the existing relationship and professional alignment between Mannion and Cooper were the driving forces behind this rapid hiring process. In the NFL, synergy between the offensive coordinator and the offensive line coach is paramount for protection schemes and run game installation. By bringing in Cooper, the Eagles are ensuring that Mannion's offensive vision has an immediate and trusted translator in the offensive line room. Cooper also brings the credibility of a former player, having spent 8 seasons as a gritty guard for the Denver Broncos, a background that typically resonates well with veteran locker rooms.
Now, let's break down the implications of bringing Chris Cooper into the fold and what this actually means for the product on the field. The immediate question concerns the transition of technique and culture. The Eagles' offensive line room features established veterans like Lane Johnson and Jordan Mailata, players who have been molded by Jeff Stoutland's specific, highly detailed coaching style for years. Cooper's first and most important challenge will be winning over a room that is accustomed to a gold standard of instruction. His background as a former NFL starter gives him immediate respect, but he will need to demonstrate that his blocking schemes and adjustments can maintain the elite protection Jalen Hurts requires. We are looking at a potential shift in blocking philosophy to match Sean Mannion's system, likely incorporating concepts Cooper utilized in Minnesota, which often blended wide zone runs with gap scheme elements. From a roster management perspective, this hire signals a commitment to continuity in terms of investment, even if the voice in the room has changed. The front office is betting that Cooper's recent track record of player development will translate to younger assets like Cam Jurgens and Tyler Steen. If Cooper can elevate the interior of the line the way he stabilized Minnesota's unit, the transition costs will be minimal. However, if there is friction in the transition from Stoutland's methods to Cooper's, we could see early season communication issues, which are fatal in the NFC East. My verdict on this move is that it is a calculated, logical decision that prioritizes schematic alignment over splashy headlines. While losing a legend like Stoutland is a blow, hiring a coach with a direct connection to the new offensive coordinator is the smartest way to mitigate the damage and accelerate the installation of the new offense. It is a solid B+ hire that stabilizes the foundation. I want to hear from you now. Do you trust Chris Cooper to keep the offensive line elite, or are you worried about the post-Stoutland era? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. For more breaking news and insider analysis on the Eagles all season long, make sure you subscribe to the channel right now.